She didn't hesitate to save the hedgehog, even when its sharp spines pierced through her hands. Despite the pain, she still cared for the little creature with kindness and patience. From that day on, the hedgehog never left her side. What she didn't know, however, was that the hedgehog wasn't just an animal. He was the true ancestor of vampires, a being that fed on human blood. One afternoon, while picking fruit for the children at the orphanage, she climbed higher to reach a single ripe apple, but she slipped, falling from the tree, only to be caught just in time by a young man's arms. From that moment, he fell deeply in love with her. He would hold her close and fly with her beneath the crimson sunset, and at night, he would silently watch over her as she slept. They thought their days together would never end, until the girl told him she was going to marry a prince from a neighboring kingdom. Her marriage was meant to bring peace between the two nations. She wanted to sacrifice her own happiness for her people's safety. The boy begged her to run away with him, to start a new life far from politics and war, but she refused. She loved her people more than her own freedom. He stood there, speechless, as she walked away. The wedding happened, and just as promised, peace followed, but only for a while. It turned out to be a trap. The neighboring kingdom returned the princess, then declared war without warning. Desperate to save face, the rulers of her own country decided to blame her. They planned to execute the princess in exchange for peace. The hedgehog, now back in his true form, overheard everything. He rushed to her side and begged her to escape, but she smiled softly and refused again. This time, she wanted to use her own life to end the war for good. She told him she wasn't afraid of death. All she ever wanted was peace. Moments later, she was led to the execution platform. Even as the cold blade hovered above her neck, there was no fear in her eyes, only hope. Hope that her death might stop the bloodshed. He could only watch as the girl he loved was taken from him, and when her life ended, peace finally came. Her people built a statue in her memory, so that her sacrifice would never be forgotten. But every night, a lone hedgehog stood guard beside it, and when midnight came, he would turn into a man, kneel before the statue, and weep, until one day, he left, just for a short while. When he returned, the peace was gone. The kingdoms had fallen, the towns were nothing but ruins, and the statue of the princess, the symbol of peace, had finally crumbled to dust.